What's up? Welcome to the show. Hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel. Today we're going to get right into it. We're going to watch a video that breaks down this fractional reserve banking and shows how it relates to fiat currency as a whole. It shows how it relates to the bonding of the souls of men. Let's go. Big show today. Let y'all get out of here for the weekend.
Creating money from debt. Banks do more than just store our money. If they didn't, they wouldn't make us as much money as they do. They offer loans to people from the deposits they receive, upon which they charge interest. Most central banks require that a certain percentage of those deposits are reserved. For example, suppose the Federal Reserve, the American central bank, demands a reserve requirement.
So Jekyll Island, Federal Reserve banking, where it started at. What exactly were they developing? Well, here it is right here. We're going to break this down.
Requirement of 10%. Bob then proceeds to deposit $100 of his hard-earned money into Bank A. $10 of this must be reserved, but Bank A can loan out the remaining $90 with interest to Susie. Susie then deposits this $90 into Bank B, where $9 is reserved and $81 is loaned out again, and the process continues. So that $100 deposited by Bob can be used by various banks to create up to $900 of credit out of.
The allegory of it all is interesting. Bob actually is crediting every bank with his hard-earned money that's backed by, once again, the souls of men, but specifically the souls of those known as the African American men, because that's what I'm here to represent. God, children, that's who I'm here. That's who I've been sent here to speak to. Israel and Jerusalem, the children of God mentioned in the Bible. So this is how they do it, folks. Our labor, our hard work, and ultimately the souls of men.
Out of thin air. Hence the name, creating money from debt. By various banks.
Debt and bondage. But they claim that it comes out of thin air. You heard that?
Banks to create up to $900 of credit. That $100 reserved and $80 this $90 be reserved. But Bank A can loan out the remaining 90% of 10%. Of those deposits are reserved. For example, suppose the Federal Reserve, the American central bank, demands a reserve requirement of 10%. Bob then proceeds to deposit $100 of his hard-earned money into Bank A. $10 of this must be reserved, but Bank A can loan out the remaining $90 with interest to Susie. Susie then deposits this $90 into Bank B, where $9 is reserved and $81 is loaned out again.
Okay, all you have to do is just listen, and the truth will make itself clear. Put on your discernment hat, listen, and have faith that God is actually sending me here to show you something.
And the process continues. So that $100 deposited by Bob can be used by various banks to create up to $900 of credit out of thin air. Hence the name, creating money from debt. On another related but somewhat different note.
In air, aka nothing, aka lack, which technically means dead under law. Nothing. It's all right there, but you have to be able to see through the code. Now let's get into this fiat.
Fiat money is simply money that isn't backed by anything like gold or silver.
Once again, nothing. But the Bible states that currency should be backed by gold and silver. The Bible states the gold and silver is mine, said the Lord. So how exactly did we end up being the source rather than accepting the source that God had given?
It only holds value because everyone accepts that it does. However, since the 15th century, approximately 609 currencies have gone out of circulation. So what happened to these lost currencies? Well, 153 were destroyed by hyperinflation caused by the overissuance of money. The remaining lost currencies were either
Bingo. Exactly right. Money changer. Changed everything.
Devalued, destroyed by military occupation or liberation, renamed for political reasons, or converted to another currency. All of this has resulted in the median age of existing currencies being or liberation.
That's interesting. Now, if you apply what I've been telling you about money being backed by the souls of men, apply this to this list right here. I'm going to let you do the application.
Gone out of circulation. So what happened to these lost currencies? Well, 153 were destroyed by hyperinflation caused by the overissuance of money. The remaining lost currencies were either revalued, destroyed by military occupation or liberation, renamed for political reasons, or converted to another currency.
They talking about us as a people. We are that lost currency, that lost value that bags up their system.
All of this has resulted in the median age of existing currencies being only 17 years. Now you are probably wondering, what does reserve fractional banking and fiat currencies have to do with me? Well, fiat currencies present the possibility that any currency could become worthless or devalued at any time. In addition, by creating money out of thin air through fractional reserve banking will one day lead to a collapse in the banking industry. So what can you do to help protect yourself from these risks? The answer is simple. Invest in physical precious metals.
Gold and silver is mine, said the Lord. All right, another episode. That one was short, sweet, to the point. It was actually pretty interesting. Hopefully you was able to see through that code that they were speaking. Hopefully you had your discernment hat on. But until next time, hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel, #Focus Daily TV. We out.